Kyra Hank is a very typical pick in today's competitive scene. Alright. Sorry for the delay, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting started. TGL, TRS Devs versus SALGE, round 2 here on MedLab. This is 3 out of 5. MedLab, Rendering Plan, and Armory are the picks. Brill, Mr. Strategio, is on the Kraken versus SALGE right now. Kyra, Hank, Maggie Hyde. Very typical team setup here. This is a matchup we've seen time and time again. Let's see how Mr. Strategio can do here against the Hunter players. Alright. He's taking the loud opening as always. We usually don't see too much sneaking right off the bat here in competitive play. Going over to the east side of the map, hoping to feed up. Let's see what he decided to take here. I personally like 1 Banshees, 2 Vortex to start things off. And he did take both abilities. I'm not sure which he put 2 points into. Great meets right here. I don't necessarily agree with attacking Blitz Leopards right off the start. I do like to leave these Blitz Leopards alive so that the Hunters can run into them. That might slow them down a little bit. Just enough for me to dodge a dome. Get far away enough from them. Give me a little more distance between the Trapper and them. Great pounce right there. That was a short pounce right there. He was not going for the pounce on the Mammoth Bird to kill him, but instead to just gain the little bit of distance he needed to continue moving. He did alert birds back there, so he's got to be careful. And he is not quite ready to stage up. This is amazing right here. We got to see this from Hyde's perspective, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, got that nice Night Hunter skin. Goes right past Mr. Strategio. I was wondering why he didn't finish eating that Mammoth Bird. He is hiding inside a bush. The Hunters walked right past him and can't seem to figure out where he went. Great execution of stealth right here. That was an amazing opening. I've never thought of that. I should try this myself. He knows where the thick bushes are. He's hanging out inside. Oh, and it looks like... That was a great opening, though. Oh, do we all disconnect, or was it just me? I was host, actually. I'm getting reports from SALGE. Someone did experience a crash, so we're going to have to restart that. Oh, that was a beautiful opening, though. I like that. I want to see if he does it again. Alright, I'm getting a report from SALGE. There has been a disconnect issue. We're going to wait and see if that person rejoins. It looks like it was their Hank player. Oh, that was an amazing opening, though. I really like that. I didn't think that was possible to pull at a competitive level, but... He managed to stealth past him right there. Alright, I'm gonna back everyone out for a moment. While we... get this fixed. It looks like we had another player disconnect. Sorry about that. Give me 1 moment. We're going to get this solved. One of SALGE's guys disconnected. Alright, we're good? We're good. Sorry about that. Oh, that was an awesome, awesome opening. I hope he does that again and pulls it off again. That was amazing. Alright, sorry about that. Picks remain the same. Hank, Kyra, Maggie, and Hyde. Hank, Kyra, Maggie, Hyde. Versus Brill's Kraken. I don't know if you guys know Brill as Mr. Strategio or Brill, but I was introduced to him as Brill, so I call him Brill. Gonna load up the next match, ladies and gentlemen. Just give us a moment. There was an unfortunate disconnect. If you guys want to get in on the action, at Stella Shampoo on Twitter, hashtag TGL. I am reading and responding to things there. What is going on? Sneaky. Send me some tweets. What do I think the final score will be? 3-0 in favor of me. I win. What match am I most excited for in this tournament? In this tournament, anything with Evolve Hype in it. I think Evolve Hype is in TGL and in ESL and in the Proving Grounds. They do everything. I want to see them play. I want to cast them playing. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. At Stella Shampoo on Twitter, hashtag TGL. We are getting into the next round. Sorry, we had to go through a quick restart. I'm your host, Nikki, here for TGL. Hopping in here, back on Mr. Strategio Brill on the Kraken. Versus SALGE on the Hunter side. Salge is up 1-0 in the series. Let's see if Mr. Strategio can take it back in favor of Turtlerock Studios. Salge's picks were Maggie, Hyde, then Kyra, Hank. A very typical set. We see this very often in competitive play. Mr. Strategio taking the same opening he did earlier. There was a momentary disconnect. Those Blitz Leopards aren't there, though, unfortunately. He did manage to eat last time 4 or 5 Blitz Leopards, but he's finding some good Mammoth Bird foods here, feeding up real fast. Let's see if he tries to pull a fast one again by getting the getting inside of the bush. Ooh, Trapjaw's coming in, unfortunately. He does a short hop to get away from them. Halfway fed. We are full armor, looking pretty good. And he's going to decide to sneak down the river. You don't leave footprints in the river, in water at all, so you can feel free to walk around there. Now he is sneaking. They know he's on this side of the map. And he is going to use stealth to the best of his ability to not pull Hunter aggro. But unfortunately, it looks like they know where he is at. Let's see if Maggie here gets the cutoff and drops a dome, or if she decides to hold the dome to fight a stage 2 Kraken with no armor. They need to keep up the pressure, though. Last round, Turtlerock Studios made the mistake of missing the dome on a stage 2 monster with no armor, and that is what ended them. Let's see if Salge makes the unfortunate mistake as well. They are also holding the dome. That's the risk reward for holding the dome, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't catch him out of the stage, it's not good. Mr. Strategio going loud. He has been detected. Trying to get some foods here. He is almost to his stage. Ooh, there's some glaciopod poops right there he can feed up on. Good armor. Ooh, looks like he got the Crackapult right there. Losing control of his monster for a bit. Again, the short hop. This is a great strategy that all monsters should put in their play. It just gives you a little bit of extra distance and movement, but that makes it so that you can just barely dodge a dome. That's what matters. Those inches. Evolve is a game of inches, ladies and gentlemen, when dodging those domes. Alright, looks like support winning for a cloak dome. Good job by the Kraken player here. Juking him around. The Trapper went all the way around, trying to cut him off, and he just decided to double back. Said, nope, I'm out. Needs to get a little more food to hit stage 2. He is just at the verge. I'd say 2 or 3 more. That Mammoth Bird should do it if he can eat the whole thing without the other Mammoth Bird avenging his fallen friend. Oh, the Mammoth Bird stalled him long enough for then Hyde to get up with his minigun and stop him from eating. Let's get on board here with Hyde. Looks like he's the closest to the Kraken. Let's see how it looks like on the chase from Hyde's perspective. Going along the length of MedLab, you see a lot of monsters going west to east, east to west. This is not a bad plan. And is Mr. Strategio pulling a fast one again? Hiding inside the bush. Oh, does he know? Oh, he knew. What I would do if I were that assault player was pretend I didn't know and then call my Trapper over. Act like I was dumb. Unfortunately, Assault is the least helpful person to pounce. They got a personal shield that'll protect them for 10 seconds. And if their team can't get within range in 10 seconds to make the save, they are just making huge mistakes. Kyra managed to heal him up. If he pounced anyone else, that would have been great. This is something interesting that we're seeing from Mr. Strategio, Brill, that I've seen from no other Kraken so far in TGL, from no other monster. Using the bushes more than once to juke hunters. At stage 1, you are smaller than you are at stage 2 or 3. Crouching inside those bushes, the hunters could miss you if you don't leave tracks going straight into them. And if you just so happen to manage to juke Daisy. Looks like he is full armor, full energy, ready for the stage. Let's see if he can get a safe stage or if he'll have to fight at stage 2, no armor. His starting set was Banshees and Vortex. Dropping some food right there. Let's see how far out our Trapper is. Going for the stage. And it is on. He did not fake that one out. Looks like this is going to be a dome. They are right around the corner. Jawsto tossing the dome for Salge. And the dome is up. That's Stinknade on him. Going for the headshots. This is the exact set that I use. I put 2 in Vortex, 1 in Banshees. But I like to go 1 Banshee, 2 Vortex, and then stage 2, 3 Lightning. 3 Lightning allows me to just chop down a player. Ooh, unfortunately that Vortex completely whiffs and makes contact with the wall. Little hard to hit those lightning strikes if you don't pin someone against the wall. Hunters at this level are going to be on point with their jetpack dodges. So what I like to do is vortex them, preferably against a rock or the side of the dome, and then go in for the lightning strike. That makes them lose control of their character, and hopefully I'll be able to at least graze them with said lightning strike. Maybe use some banshees for juggling. And going in for another lightning strike on the assault, had that personal shield ready, came in just in time. Mr. Tijo dropping down for a combat pounce. Will they be able to make the save in time? Yes, here comes Hyde. Mr. Tijo has sustained some massive damage. 75% health loss, no down penalties. He's not looking good. If he wants to pull this back, he's going to have to hit stage 3. Unfortunately, he lost a significant amount of health. He's got about 20% of his health left. No down penalties. That fight was heavily in favor of the Hunters. There we go with the short hop, saving him from some minigun bullets to the back. Every ounce of health matters at this point. When you have no down penalties and that much health loss, all your health matters. So he's going to need to get a little bit of armor at least, so that they don't scratch him to death with Hyde's minigun. Hyde's minigun's great. Good rate of fire, good long range potential. They have buffed its accuracy. And going in there for the feeds. He is now what I like to call scratch proof. Once you have about 2 or 3 bars of armor, you are what I like to call scratch proof, where the Hunters cannot give you more health damage on the chase, unless they have a crow, of course. You do not want to be taking that health damage. All you need is 1 or 2 pieces of armor to mitigate that. And it looks like he's going in for the engagement on Hank. Where's the rest of the Hunter team? Nearby, helping Hank out. You see those long-range heal mates going in. Did they just miss a dome right there? It looks like they did. I just saw a dome come down. That's huge for this Kraken player. 60 seconds on the recharge.
That's it for now. Trap's ready.
Coming in, Mr. Strategio. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining. Turtlerock Studios on the Kraken. We are 1-0 in favor of SALGE in the current series. Best 3 of 5 here on TGL. Coming in for the Blitz Leopards. Like I said earlier, I don't... Unless you're really desperate. I guess he could be really desperate at this point because of the lack of health and energy he has. I generally don't like to attack Blitz Leopards so that the Hunters may fall victim to them. Let's see if he tries to pull a fast one. Mr. Strategio likes to pull some sneaky maneuvers, hiding in bushes, doubling back. So he might use that little cave to trick the Trapper into going one direction, then cutting back the other way. As we can see, the Trapper went south. He's now going north. Excellent work to juke the Trapper. They go for those cutoffs preemptively, and he doubles back. A little bit of mind games going on here at Competitive Evolve, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, he's almost got full armor. They did scratch him down just a little bit. Looks like Hank is... Is that Hank on the laser cutter, or is that Hyde on the minigun? I think that's Hyde over there, making the pings. No, that is Hank.
Alien field's charged.
Making the pings, indicating where the monster is at. He almost has full energy, lucky for him. Mr. Strategio is doing great at feeding up. 8 minutes, 25 seconds on the board. There was a rule change in TGL after a little bit of discussion. 15 minutes was found to be too short, so they decided to change it to 20 minutes for the monster. So you got a little more time to be evasive, and Brill from TRS is taking advantage of that. Great hit on the medic right there. That's half her health. Hank was busy dropping the orbital, so he was not able to shield Kyra in time, and it looks like Mr. Tijo is getting melted. Half of his armor already gone. He cannot afford to lose this armor and not too much more health. As the monster, you can afford to have one bad dome. Kyra down! I see this happen fairly often in competitive play. They get really complacent on damage. Hank wants to use a laser cutter and the orbital instead of the shield, and that cost them their Kyra because they decided to get too offensive right there. Hank is now down. Mr. Tijo just has to get out of this dome. Kyra is out of the game. If he can get out of this dome, armor up, and then come back to finish him off, down penalty on Hank, that should not be very difficult. Hopefully he can get out of this dome. He just needs a little bit of health, and he needs to bail. He needs to leave now, regenerate some armor. He does have DOT, the short hop. Ladies and gentlemen, I said earlier, this is a game of inches. And Mr. Strategio is holding on by an inch. He needs to get around this tree so he does not take minigun damage. He has no health, and he's down. It's a game of inches, ladies and gentlemen. He needed a centimeter more. That was an amazing play right there. If only he was able to turn around. I don't know, I'm a little biased and vote for the monster plays. That was excellent right there. It's hard to fight these hunters nowadays, but he held on. He didn't give up. If only he escaped with just a little more armor, a little more health from that first fight. If he would have just mitigated his losses in the first fight instead of engaging, because he didn't get any down penalties, and then in the second fight just had a little tiny bit more health, he could have taken it back. The medic was out of the game. That was heartbreaking. That was heartbreaking. Looks like SALGE is up 2-0 in the series.